Hi there, empaths, intuitives, artists, and alchemists. This is your podcast, entertRainment. I'm your host, Rachael, and welcome back. This is the first episode in a while. Thought we needed a little check-in. I have had my head in the game, looking to progress at work, in my career, in life in general, and I've been working on myself. And as you probably know, maybe you're laughing to yourself, working on ourselves just doesn't work. But I have come into an awareness of how much I'm really reacting in life and how much I have been in reaction to life, and maybe on a false pretense. And I wanted to bring this topic up to see if you could see your reflection in it. I recently did a program that brought this to my attention, and I really thought back to decision points in my life, and I came to an awareness that a lot of my choices that I've made were in reaction to a feeling of being too much for other people. So I would play small or diminish my light, or in reaction to the idea that I'm not enough. So I would overcompensate for both of these, and really realizing that that was the people pleaser part in me. Just trying to white knuckle being around people until I felt like I could really relax by myself. And I think a lot of empaths might have this experience. We have small circles, small close circles of friends, for this reason. We don't really want to invite just any energy into our experience, and it's a challenge to know ourselves, have boundaries. This is a pretty common experience for someone who might consider themselves an empath. And I started really looking and really tuning in to my strategy of becoming in life. And I invite you to do the same. I think any time I've made a choice based on this overcompensation, I think it was so pervasive that I don't think I can see myself without it for a certain amount of time, that I made choices based on and I started questioning my entire existence. Like, if I felt good enough, would I have tried to prove myself as a performer? Would I have become a performer? Or would I have used art simply to heal myself, right, as for my own personal use? Would I would have needed attention for it or applause? And then I started thinking about, did I have genuine intentions about becoming a healer and a life coach, noticing how much I'm living for other people. Can anyone relate to that? And this is an empath trait, I believe, living, seeking wisdom and understanding and information, not for myself, but to help other people. And I didn't realize how. I thought I had healed this in myself. I was making more choices that I thought better served me. But I've just had sort of an epiphany about how I've structured my life around being of value. And I've been pretty hard on myself. I've been pretty harsh. Very loud critic lives in my head. And I know you all can relate to that. I know you can all relate to that loud critic in your head. Had it, maybe heard it, maybe not as often as me, but wanting to live in my own good opinion, but also feeling the forces of other people's agendas, emotions, pain, and feeling that shape me as well. Also, what I was seeking from other people, finding ways to maybe covertly access that instead of maybe being direct and asking for my needs to be met. Proving my worth, basically, right? And that never feels good to anybody involved, because who wants to be the person that says, yes, you are deemed worthy, right? No one wants that much power over you. And if they do, run. So bottom line is, where in your life are you actually has your process of becoming been dictated by reaction to maybe false beliefs in your own head, other people's wants for you? And to a certain extent, I think that is a very common experience before we really know ourselves. And who really knows themselves, just other than what lives in our head, right? Or how we react to certain stimuli. Really getting to know yourself, really attuning to yourself, that is mastery. That is a part of mastery. And the choices we've made in life, whether that be our mission in life, what do we believe we're here to do? Even what do we believe life is? And what is the purpose? Might all be a reaction to something or a false belief. So I've really been weeding the garden, really weeding the garden of my mind, and really cutting through the lies and illusions. I don't know that it's possible to fully do so, but just trying to get to the bottom of what really sparks my soul, particularly when it comes to mission. I do believe that as an empath, I've gotten mixed up. I have thought certain things were for me, maybe because I was enmeshed with somebody else who it was meant for, whether that be a message, right? Or a mission, intention, even thoughts sometimes, even feelings about things. That gets really messy. And as I become more and more embodied and self-actualized, I'm able to pull some of that back and get more in my own power. And is that something that you can see and do for yourself? I invite you to look at those places. I'm not fully there yet, but shining a light in those places. I recently had a strange, maybe mystical experience. I have a flashlight on my bookshelf, and I keep it there in case the power goes out. Sometimes it does when it rains and things. And the other day I saw that it had turned on, and it hadn't fallen or anything. It was just shining. And I went over to it and I thought, that's so bizarre. Because I even think that I thought the batteries were dead or something, because I couldn't get it to work. And then all of a sudden it's just laying there shining a light on some books. And I should have made note of what books they were, but I didn't think that far ahead. I was just kind of struck by the fact that the light came on, and then I clicked it and it turned off, and it was turning off and on again, but it hadn't been working. So I thought that was truly bizarre. And I thought maybe it was a sign of illumination or some kind of awareness lighting up for me, particularly because since it was shining on books, maybe parts of my brain I was becoming more aware of, thought patterns and thought loops that I was ready to break through and transform. And I have felt a transformation in my life. I'm getting ready to move out of this town that I've been in for a while and start fresh. I'm doing well in my career, and I started second guessing what I've chosen to do as a mission in life, and kind of came back to something that I had always been passionate about, but didn't think it was possible. And I wonder who else needs to hear that and maybe live vicariously and take that action for yourself. I think I had made a choice about helping others in a certain way. Like, I thought helping others had to look a certain way. Being psychic or intuitive had to look like this, so let me do readings, right? I just thought there was just one clear-cut path, and it wasn't sustainable for me because I have a unique path, as do you. So while it is wise to find a mentor and be an apprentice, we still have to keep in mind that we have our own paths. And there are certain things that we have the potential to master because we have such passion, maybe borderline obsession about a certain topic or activity. And if we can find those things and really engross ourselves, it will never feel like work. And we have much better chance of mastering those and being the best, right? Being one of the best in that area. So I put it to you, what is that for you? Instead of living in the reaction of your false beliefs, which we would call a burden, right? That feeling of not enough, or I'm too much for people, so let me dial it down here. If we cut those out, if we released those for good, banished them maybe, whatever your thought or belief is around that, and invited our power back, and lived in the sovereignty of our experience, what choices would we make then? So let me know. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, and I hope to do more episodes more frequently. I'm thinking of you, and I feel you. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Empath.